Okay. Welcome everyone. This week is like a special week in my tradition of teaching because it's birthday week, and every year around my birthday, I take it as an opportunity to share my story and how I landed here in the yoga world in this way. Um, Yoga essentially gave me back my life and my relationship with my body, and so that's why I choose to teach and choose to pursue this path, is because I just believe in all the possibilities of yoga and what it can offer us, and how yoga can be so many different things to each of us, and how it can evolve with us through the chapters of our life, and changing as we change to fill in the gaps of what we need. When I was in high school, I was hospitalized for anorexia. And in that instant, my tools that I had used to keep me safe were stripped away. And I was used to running miles upon miles every day and controlling what I ate to feel safe. And when I was hospitalized unexpectedly for anorexia, I went in for a checkup thinking I would just go into the doctor's office and walk out, and I was hospitalized on the spot, and it was this drastic change in the way that I was used to being about in the world. I was put on bed rest, and I was only allowed to move about by wheelchair. And so for someone who used movement, excessive movement, albeit, to feel in control, I felt like all of a sudden I was left with no tools and still all the pain that I was trying to block out. And then as I got more stable, I was transitioned into treatment, and it was in treatment that I was introduced to yoga. It was at 2 p.m. on like a Tuesday. And when I saw that yoga on the schedule, the word yoga, I had no idea what that meant, but it wasn't optional. So I showed up to the room, and I can still remember what the room looks like, but I can't remember the practice itself, like the shapes that we moved through. But the significant piece of this is when I came out of Shavasana for that first time, I realized that for the first time that I could remember, I hadn't had a thought. And I didn't even know that was a possibility, because I was so used to the constant stream of negative thoughts, or the constant stream of counting calories. I would always be thinking about what I had ate, what I would eat, what I could and what I couldn't eat, and how I'd have to move my body to feel okay with what I had consumed. And so this realization that there was the possibility of having a quiet mind opened up my eyes to a new reality. And so I knew that whatever this yoga thing was, it was going to make me better. And so when I got out of treatment and cleared for yoga, the first thing I did was find the closest yoga studio to where I was living. And I happened upon this tiny little yoga studio, and I didn't know there were different types of yoga at the time. And I was like 15, 16, and everyone else was like 60 plus. And it was the most beautiful place I could have landed, because the yoga there was not about chaturangas. I don't think we ever did a single chaturanga. It was about quieting the mind. And so my roots in this practice came from the space of just desire to find peace within myself. And fast forward a handful of years, when I was about 2021 is when I decided to get my certification. I dropped out of school because I was still pretty sick, and having the pressure of school wasn't helping. And so I dropped out and became a yoga instructor. And it was the best thing that I could have done for myself. And so I choose to share yoga because I didn't think I would make it to see my 18th birthday because of anorexia and where I was at in life then. But I get to turn 27 on Thursday, and it's just an incredible gift that yoga has offered me, is the opportunity to see 27 years of life and all the beautiful things that have come after that chapter that I would have missed out on. So the intention of practice today, the heart space intention, is celebration, and to celebrate something about yourself that you are proud of or that you are grateful for, something that has maybe even been pushed into the shadows and you'd like to welcome back into your heart and acknowledge as we move today. And I recognize that for some of us, celebrating ourselves can be challenging. And so if that's where you're at, maybe you choose to celebrate someone else today through your practice, or devote your practice to someone else and dedicate the movement and the breath and the intention and energy to them. Yeah. We're going to start, though, in Shavasana per usual. And we'll just begin with a little bit of breath work, settling in, sinking into the intention that we've chosen. And so just taking a moment to arrive to the earth. Maybe you close your eyes if that feels safe. And sometimes it feels good to take a clearing breath right away. So if you want to, go ahead and take a big breath in through your nose. And then the cleansing exhale to let that breath go. And then once you let that breath empty out, just allow your lips to seal. Allow your breath to deepen. Allow every exhale to lengthen. And begin to feel yourself in this moment, right here, right now. Your body is supported by the earth. Your breath flowing in and out of your lungs. Your breath be source energy, a life force that moves through you and offers you each moment of every day. And as you continue to breathe and transition into your practice this morning, and starting to bring to heart and mind whatever it is that you would like to celebrate through your movement, through your breath today. This can be something small, just the fact that you chose to be here, moving your body today. Maybe this is an accomplishment, something that you'd like to recognize about yourself, your hard work, where you are, where you've come from. Or again, feel free to share the energy of your practice out to someone else, sending the energy that you cultivate to them to celebrate them. And as you hold that intention at your heart, go ahead and take another big breath in through your nose. And a cleansing exhale to let go. Just one more time, deep breath in through your nose. And a clearing exhale to release. And again, sealing your lips, let your breath flow through your nose. Maybe your Ujjayi pranayama begins to light up. And then whenever you're ready, start to find your way into a full body stretch. Reach your hands up overhead. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Take a moment just to feel into the reaches of your body, those further places, your hands and feet, ankles and wrists. And then eventually bring both your knees into your chest and take a little rock from side to side. And then interlace your hands on your right shin. Extend your left leg out to when you're moving pose. Let your left leg lengthen across the earth. Take a nice full breath into your belly. And then exhale, supine twist. Right knee is going to tip across us to the left. With your heart wide open to the sky, take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. Just one more time, a deep breath reaches along your right side. As you exhale, can you not only twist a little bit deeper, but also see if a little bit of the clutter within your mind can fade away. So the tension from your shoulders is going to be softened. And we're going to transition from here into our figure 4 right ankle on top of your left thigh. So as you unwind back through center, bend your left knee, right ankle stacks on top for your hip opening. Your left foot can stay on the earth and maybe gather that whole figure 4 towards you to thread the needle. And you might take a little rock from side to side, exploring how those shifts in angle change the sensation through your right hip. And then one more big breath in. And on exhale, we'll find when you're moving close second side, release your right leg out long and bring your left knee towards your left shoulder. Gather your thigh in close, take a big breath. And then supine twist, left knee is gonna tip over to the right. Again, focusing all of your awareness on your breath with these 2 cycles. Allowing this practice to maybe reconnect you with the pieces of yourself that you've left behind, that you've abandoned, that you've been told you should feel shame about. I'm just inviting all of those pieces of yourself to your practice this morning. As you come into deeper relationship and loving connection to your body. And all that your body is capable of. Figure 4, left ankle on your right thigh. Starting to make your way to the second side hip opening. Just deciding on whatever depth feels good and if movement or stillness feels best. Okay, flex your left ankle and just give yourself 1 to 2 cycles of breath here. And then from here, we're going to move into our core connection. So keep your right knee bent for a moment and place your right foot down to the earth. And then lengthen your left leg up to the sky and interlace your hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. If you want this to be extra spicy, a little more challenging, you can send your right leg forward to a hover. Otherwise, keep your right knee bent and your right foot rooted to the earth. On our inhale, we're going to start to lower our left leg any amount. So maybe your left heel comes to tap your right toes. If your right leg is floating, maybe left leg comes to a hover. On your exhale, bend your left knee to your body and bicycle twist your right elbow towards your left thigh. Then on your inhale, we're going to send our left leg forward again. So back to a hover, back to your right toes. Bring your heart back to center. Then keep your left leg long, and on your exhale, lift your left leg slowly to the sky. Same thing, inhale, left leg lowers any amount. Make sure your low back feels comfortable and rooted on the earth. Exhale, bend your left knee in, right elbow bicycle twists across. On your inhale, you're gonna push your left foot forward, back to where it just was. Bring your heart to center. Then exhale your left leg to the sky. Then one more round, we inhale, left leg lowers any amount. Exhale, bend your left knee in, twist your right elbow across. On your inhale, push your left foot forward, bring your heart back to center. Navel to spine, exhale your left leg to the sky. And then release and relax knees to your chest. Maybe happy baby if that would feel good. Take a big breath in. And open mouth, exhale out. And from here, right knee stays bent. Place your right foot to the earth and lengthen your left leg to the sky. So you interlace your hands behind your head, elbows wide. And you can decide to keep your right foot here the whole time as is, or you can send your right leg forward. But actually you're gonna switch your legs, so right leg to the sky and either left leg is hovering or left foot's grounded. Yeah, so right leg's tall, left leg is the lower leg actually. We'll make sure we do second side and not the same side again. You're gonna inhale, lower your right leg slow. Again, you don't have to go all the way towards the bottom. You choose your depth. On your exhale, bend your right knee in and bicycle twist. Left elbow towards right thigh. On your inhale, reach your right leg forward, bring your heart to center. Head and shoulders can be up or down between movements. Exhale your right leg up to the ceiling. Now moving with breath, 2 more rounds. We inhale, right leg lowers any amount. Concentrating the effort in your core. Exhale, bend and twist. Left elbow reaches across. Pulling your navel to your spine, press your right foot forward, heart to center on your inhale. Right leg lifts up to the sky as you exhale. Last round, inhale, right leg lowers. Front ribs hug and exhale, bend and twist your left elbow across. Inhale, reach your right foot forward, heart to center. And exhale your right leg to the sky. And then release and relax again, knees to chest or happy baby. Take a really deep breath through your nose. And cleansing exhale to let go. And appreciative of our bodies, right? Appreciative of the freedom to move our bodies in this way. We're gonna find our way up to tabletop next. So you can start to rock and roll forward and back. And then starting to find your way to all fours. You're gonna bring your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And on your first breath in, to start to find your cow shape, lift your heart, lift your tailbone tall. The exhale, cat pose, round your spine, push the earth away, let your head hang heavy. And one more round like that. Inhale to your cow shape, lift your heart, lift your tail. And exhale, cat pose, round your spine. This time, inhale, cow, heart and tailbone lift. On your exhale, walk your hands forward for puppy pose. Keep your hips high and dive your chest low. Think bring your forehead or your heart to the earth, either one. Think about melting down to your yoga mat. And when you're ready, you're going to slowly start to push the earth away. Walk your hands back into your tabletop pose. Tuck your toes underneath on your inhale. And hover your knees just above the earth as you exhale, your hovering tabletop pose. Draw your navel way up to your spine as you push through your hands and push through your toes. And take a nice slow breath in. And a slow breath out. And one more inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Send your pelvis up to the sky. Take a moment to adjust your stance, the length of your stance if you need. And then reach one heel to the earth, the other heel to the earth. Checking in with both your hamstrings. Maybe find some movement, slow movement through your head to check in with your neck. Then from your downward facing dog, as you're ready, start to walk forward to a forward fold top of your yoga mat. Let your knees bend and let your head hang heavy again. Any arms here, so if you want to take pinkies to elbow creases, you can. Maybe sway a little bit forward and back. Then follow your next inhale towards your halfway lift. Begin to lengthen out from crown to tail. And your exhale, forward fold, let go. Deep breath in, rise all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up high to the sky. Then your exhale, goddess your arms, elbows open wide. Breathe in, reach up tall again. And your exhale, forward fold back to the earth, soften through your knees and hinge at your hips. Take a halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And step your left foot to the back of your mat into a low lunge. So left foot steps way back. Let your left knee come to a hover for your cow lunge, opening across the front of your body as you take a big breath in. And then exhale to your cat lunge, shift to lengthen your legs any amount to create your hamstring stretch. And from here, bend into your front knee and step back into your high plank pose. Right foot meets your left. The knees can be up or down here, shoulders out of ears. Either hold your high plank or on an inhale, maybe a crouching tabletop. Hover your knees and then shift your hips back towards your heels, shoulders out of ears. And your exhale, shift forward through high plank and lower all the way to your belly, all the way down to the earth, slow and strong. When you reach your yoga mat, untuck your toes, inhale to your low cobra, lift the back of your heart space, shoulders out of ears and long through the nape of your neck. You're gonna exhale to lower down. Follow your next breath in to find a low or a high cobra. So you can go back to low cobra. You can lift up to a high cobra if that feels good for your body, whenever you want. And then let your exhale return you back down to the earth. Third round is your low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. Follow your inhale to lift, lengthen any amount. And then as you're ready, downward facing dog as we will reconnect. And from your down dog, and inhale, lift your heels up high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the top, forward fold. In your forward fold, take a halfway lift, a big breath in, extend. And then exhale, forward fold, release. Rise all the way up on your inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, stretch tall. And goddess your arms, with your exhale, open your heart. Breathe in, fingertips find the sky. And your exhale, soften towards the earth, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Take your in breath, and then exhale, right foot to the back of your yoga mat to find your low lunge. You slide your right foot back to where you want it, let your right knee hover for your cow lunge. Invite your heart way far forward through your biceps. With exhale, cat lunge, extend your legs so your hips draw back and up in space. Let your heart reach towards your toes. And then bend into your front knee and find your way to high plank again. Left foot joins your right. Remember, you can hold here, knees up or down. Or if you'd like to, that crouching tabletop. Inhale, bend your knees to a hover. Push your hips towards your heels. And exhale through your chaturanga, shift forward. Lower halfway or all the way. Open your heart, up dog or cobra. And then exhale back to downward facing dog, hips find the sky. And go ahead and take a big breath in here. And then open mouth, exhale to release. And inhale your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Keep your leg long, but flex your foot and square your hip. And then with your hips squared, you're gonna bend your right heel to your seat. A little donkey kick, hamstring curl. Take an inhale here. And exhale, right knee, left tricep, take it underneath your body. Reach your heart forward as you hold for breath in. And stay for breath out. Three-legged dog, inhale your right leg up and back. This time bend your knee and open your hips like a dog in a fire hydrant. Re-extend your right leg, three-legged dog, and then just take a big step forward, right foot to the top of your yoga mat. Now, once you have your right foot forward, we're gonna rise to our high crescent lunge. Take your time to press your feet, rise all the way up, big breath in. The top, exhale to your goddess arms, elbows split wide. And on your inhale, reach high to the sky again. And airplane your arms, hinge your heart forward. Let your arms sweep back beside you. And then root to rise back to your crescent on your in-breath. You're gonna bring your hands down to the earth and then step forward to your chair pose. Left foot meets your right. Get low through your seat, and when you're ready, you're gonna lift through your heart in your hands. Let's take a moment to settle into your shape. Feel the effort of your glutes, the engagement of your belly. Really soften your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe take your hands a little bit wider to create that softness, that space. Big breath in. And then exhale, airplane your arms back beside you. Lean into your left foot and come to your right tippy toe. Now, you're just transferring your weight to your left foot, so your left leg knows that it's about to hold you. Once your left leg is ready, you're gonna flamingo your right foot to your seat. So right heel draws up. You can stay here. If you want this to be a spicy flamingo, you're gonna slide your right thigh bone back in space, heel to the sky, until you feel your hamstring catch. You wanna keep the rest of your body the same, so torso nice and neutral. Now from here, one-legged Tadasana. Take your time, press through your left foot. Rise up with your right leg and breathe your hands to the sky. We're gonna go to a figure four or tree pose next. So you can choose figure four or tree. Right ankle on left thigh or right foot to inner left leg. Maybe hands come to heart center. And long through your torso, take a slow breath in. And take a slower breath out. And one more inhale here. And one more exhale right here. Slow motion, one-legged Tadasana. Think about using your core to keep your right leg lifted. Then we're going to take a giant step back to our high crescent lunge. Just slowing down the transition. Going to elongate that step to high crescent. Right toes arrive to the earth. Breathe in at the top, and on your exhale, we're going to take a side body stretch. For this one, let your left hand just fall towards the earth. Then reach your right hand up overhead. A nice big breath into your right side body. And exhale, prayer twist your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. If you need to wiggle your feet around to take either a wider or longer stance, you can always adjust your feet. Really powerful through your left heel. Think about pressing through your left heel to engage your left glute. So you put that pressure into the muscle instead of the hip joint itself. Right leg strong and elevated. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now, slow motion, press through your feet. We're going high crescent lunges, so a really big push. Drive through your feet, rise all the way up on your inhale. And with your exhale, high plank pose, hands to the earth, step your left foot back. And with your breath in, option for crouching tabletop, hover your knees, hips to heels. On your exhale, shift forward, this time lower all the way to your belly again, all the way down to the earth. You'll untuck your toes, inhale to a low cobra, lift the back of your heart. And exhale, lower down. Setting up for gecko pose, take your hands wider than your yoga mat. Tighten your fingertips, elbows step over your wrists, shoulders out of ears. Use your inhale to lift your heart up any amount. And your exhale, dip your right shoulder in and look over to the left. Shoulders out of ears, elbows forward over wrists. Inhale back through the midline, lift, lengthen. And exhale, second side, left shoulder in, gaze to the right. Let your inhale bring you back to the midline. When you're ready, lower all the way down to the earth. Hands by your low ribs. Upward facing dog, full breath in, lengthen, lift. And downward facing dog, hips to the sky. And take a breath in. And take a breath out. Next, inhale, left leg's gonna lift up, headed to second side. Again, just like before, keep your left leg long for a moment, but flex your foot and square your hip. And then keeping your hip square, bend your left heel to your seat. So noticing how the squareness in our hip is concentrating a little bit more of the stretch into the right hamstring itself. Take a big breath in, maybe left thigh bone lifts up slightly higher. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, shoulders out of ears. Pause here for your inhale. And stay as you exhale. Use your left side body strength, your left obliques to find three-legged dog. Pull your left leg up to the sky. And then bend your knee, and this time open your hip and dog at a fire hydrant. We'll inhale to re-extend, three-legged dog. And exhale, step your left foot forward with control. Adjust your feet to where you want them. And then mindfully root to rise, high crescent lunge. Take no momentum, press down to rise up, big breath in. Oh, goddess, your arms on your exhale, opening your chest at the top. Inhale, re-extend your hands to the sky. With your out breath, hinge your heart forward, airplane arms. Press through your feet to rise back up, high crescent. And then bring your hands down to the earth. Make your way into your chair. Pull the right foot joins your left. Your seat, get low and then feel your glutes, your heart rise up. Your glutes are the supportive strength. Your heart is open and proud. Take a breath here. And settle in as you breathe out. Now one more inhale. And we'll airplane our arms with exhale. Good. Right leg's going to become your base. Start to come to left tippy toe. Once your right leg is ready, you'll flamingo your left toe to your seat. And take traditional flamingo or slide your left thigh bone back for spicy flamingo. Notice how my torso doesn't change. It's just that my left thigh slides back and my left heel is lifting up to the sky. Just want that added hamstring engagement. Root through your right foot, rise up to stand with your left leg, big breath in. Then you choose tree pose or figure four, left ankle on right thigh, or left foot to the inside of your right leg. Can you take two slow and intentional breaths right here? Pausing to celebrate all that your body is capable of, right? You can hold yourself up on one leg. Try not to rush, go as slow as you need to, one-legged Tadasana. Think about recruiting your core to help assist the lift of your left leg. Right glute is strong, then take a slow and strong step back to your high crescent. Lengthen your left toes to the back of your yoga mat. Get proud of your heart space, big breath in. And then side bend, let your right hand fall towards the earth. Reach your left hand up overhead. Nice full inhale. And then we'll head to our prayer twist with exhale. Left elbow finds the outside of your right thigh. Palms come together. Trying to maintain the buoyancy around your left hip point. Roll your heart towards your thumbs. Feel that contact between your right heel and the earth. And the pressure of your right heel and the glute strength on your right side. Now push through your feet, try not to use momentum. Root down to rise up, high crescent lunge, big, big breath in. With exhale, we'll meet in high plank, hands find the earth. Step your right foot back. Fold or crouching tabletop, maybe inhale, hover your knees, hips to heels. This time exhale, vinyasa or a down dog, so maybe move through your chaturanga. Maybe you skip it, it's up to you. Heading downward facing dog. Now just take a moment to find child's pose. About 3 slow cycles of breath to reset before we take our final layer. If you want a sip of water, that's a good opportunity to grab a little sip of water. And then just one more breath here before we find our way into that last layer of standing flow. Then make your way to your downward facing dog as you're ready. Take a moment to check in with the integrity of your hands, root of your fingers, anchored to that L shape with thumb and pointer finger. But start to find a slight external rotation through your upper arm bones. Think about your right bicep turning slightly clockwise and your left bicep turning slightly counterclockwise. See how that creates a little more space at the back of the heart. On your inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Just like before, hip is square. On your exhale, bend your right heel to your seat, your hamstring curl. Breathe here, be right thigh bone lift slightly higher, only if that's available, within the space of your left hamstring. And exhale, right knee, left tricep sweep underneath your body. You can hold here or fall in triangle, reach your right leg through, and open your heart up. Left hand finds the sky. Take a big breath in. Slow motion, you're going three-legged dog. Exhale your left hand to the earth. Use your strong core to reach your right leg up. Bend your knee, open your hips, you're in a half dog, and then stay or wild thing. Maybe step your right toes behind you and open your heart to the sky. Big, big breath in, looking to the top of your yoga mat. We're gonna step to a low lunge. So you can either try to step your right foot forward without the support of your right hand, or you can use your hands to help. Right foot steps forward. We'll meet in a high crescent. Inhale, roots your feet, rise all the way up. And exhale, goddess your arms, heart opens wide. On your inhale, re-extend your hands to the sky. And exhale, airplane arms. Lean forward this time into your right foot. And slowly press down to take off into airplane pose. Give yourself a moment to find your steady here. And then maybe a little bit of softness through your right knee. We're gonna bring our left leg with us to stand one-legged Tadasana. Maybe bend your left knee into your body. Use your strong core to rise all the way up. Nice full breath in. On your exhale, open arm twist to the left, reach your left hand back and your right hand forward. Heart rotates to the left side of your yoga mat, nice and tall to the heart and crown of your head. Good. From here, we're gonna unwind a warrior three. So again, you might find a little softness in your right knee. As you send your left leg back, reach both hands out in front of you, Virabhadrasana 3. Just one full breath in, feeling the power at the back of your heart. And exhale, high crescent lunge. Left toes land will lift up through our chest. Prayer twist, left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. This time, if you want to spread your wings open, feel free to spread your wings open. And then this is kind of like a funky little transition. We're going to stay twisted to the right. We're going to find an exalted crescent. So pushing through your feet, twisted to the right. With your heart, you're going to scoop your left hand up to the sky. Let your right hand reach towards your left hamstring or your low back. Big breath in. With exhale, warrior two, let your left heel rotate down to the earth. Open up your heart, adjust as needed. We'll inhale to reverse our warrior, right hand reaches high to the sky. And then exhale, side angle, one time left hand sweeps up towards the ceiling. From here, reverse your triangle, press down into the earth, rise up and out, right hand reaching to the ceiling once more. And then wide-legged forward fold, turn all 10 toes forward and just dive on down. Your breath here, just a little intermission. If you want to find some sort of movement or customization in your wide-legged forward fold, feel free to add anything on. And then starting to inhale to a halfway lift, re-extend through your spine. And your exhale, rotate to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge to face forward. We're going to dip our left knee to a hover into our cow lunge with inhale. And then exhale, lengthen both of your legs, cat lunge. As you breathe in, bend into your right knee. To exhale, really lean into your right foot, and then standing split. Sweep your left leg to the sky. Let your head hang heavy. Any version of standing split, so maybe keeping the hips square for today. That might give you a deeper, more direct stretch to the back of your right hamstring. If you really want to open your hip, feel free to do so. We're just here for one big breath in. And we're going to exhale back to high plank. So left foot steps all the way back again. Right foot joins. You can hold, or with an inhale, be crouching tabletop. Knees hover, hips to heels, shoulders out of ears. Exhale, shift forward and through your vinyasa or to downward dog. Good, a deep breath in through your nose. And cleansing exhale, let it go. We're just going to take second side of this layer, and then we're going to find our way down to the earth. So an inhale, sweep your left leg to the ceiling. Keep your hips square as you exhale, heel to seat, hamstring curl. Breathe in here. And then on your out breath, you're going to take left knee towards right tricep and fall in triangle. Extend your left leg through. As you spin open to the right, reach your right hand to the sky. Full breath in. Taking your time, three-legged dog. Exhale to release your right hand to the earth. Use your inhale, your left side body to lift your left leg to the ceiling. Bend your knee, open your hips, stay, or wild thing. Maybe a light landing of your left toes to the earth. Open your heart to the sky. And then looking forward to where you're headed. You're going to take a big step forward with your left foot. You can use your left hand to help you out. You can bring your left hand to the earth for support. Or maybe you just use your strong core and step your left foot all the way to the front. Low lunge. We'll rise into your high crescent when you're ready. Root through your feet. Breathe in to lift up. And then exhale, elbows open wide, goddess arms. Follow your inhale to reach high to the sky again. And exhale, airplane your arms beside you. As you continue to lean forward into your left foot, slowly tip into your airplane pose, root to rise. Give yourself a breath or so just to be right here. Maybe fall over. And then you're going to start to find your way to one-legged Tadasana, softening through your knees, your core gathers you up through center. Then twist towards the right side of the room. Moving your heart towards the right, reach your right hand back and your left hand forward. Take one breath in here. How tall can you get to the center of your body? And then a little softness maybe in your left knee. Warrior three, begin to fly your right leg back and reach both hands out in front of you. Make strong upper back here, big breath in. And then we're going to exhale to our crescent lunge, right toes release. We rise up tall to the sky. Prayer twist, right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Strong, powerful through your legs if you want to. Spread your wings open. Really try to use the power of your right leg to keep your right hip point from collapsing to your inner left thigh. Yeah? So right hip point's nice and buoyant and left glute is strong. We're going to go to our Exalted Crescent, so keep your heart twisted to the left. Inhale, scoops your right leg or right hand to the ceiling, and left hand reaches back. Nice full breath. And warrior two, take your time, rotate your right heel down and open up. Your inhale to reverse your warrior, left hand to the sky. And exhale, side angle. Tip it forward, right hand reaches tall. Reverse your triangle on your inhale, lengthen up and out. And then wide-legged forward fold as you exhale, dive on down. Take 2 cycles of breath here, allowing every inhale to expand, every exhale to slow down. One more cycle, slow breath in. And even slower breath out. Let your inhale lift you up halfway. As you exhale, rotate to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge. Hover your right knee to your cow lunge, just opening through your front body. Heart reaches forward. And then cat lunge, lengthen out your legs. From here, bend into your front knee, standing splits for a moment. Send your right toes to the sky. Hip can be square or hip can be open. Square is usually a little bit more concentrated stretch to the back of your left hamstring. Right hip open, you're gonna get more height, more right glute engagement. Head heavy, take a breath in. On your exhale, place your right toes back. We're headed to high plank. Your left foot follows. Last time here, you can hold or inhale, crouching tabletop. Shift your booty back. Exhale forward and through your chaturanga, or you can just go directly to downward dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Head heavy, tailbone tall. Take a big breath in through your nose. And an open mouth exhale, let it go. On your inhale, lift your heels high. Your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step or hop to the top, forward fold. Little halfway lift breath in. And then bend your knees and have a seat. Good. From here, we're just gonna lower down to the back body. So you can either choose to hug your knees in and just relax back, or of course, if you wanna use your core, any slow controlled lower that feels good for you. Maybe heel anchors, flexing your feet into the earth and trying to keep that anchored connection the whole time. But it's up to you. We'll meet on the back body in a full body stretch. Once you reach your full body stretch, just take a moment, breathe in, fill your lungs. And maybe open up, exhale, release that breath away. And start to bend at your knees. Sitting up for a bridge pose, you're gonna place your feet down to the earth about hips distance. And as you're ready, root down with your feet, deep breath in. Exhale, scoop your pelvis up to the sky. Now encourage your tailbone forward towards the backs of your knees. And lengthen your knees forward away from your heart, creating all the length and space that you can at your torso. Think about breathing down to the back of your heart space. So every inhale creates a buoyancy around your heart. And one more inhale here. And then on your exhale, go ahead and slowly lower all the way down. Once your hips arrive to the earth, pull your knees into your chest. Take an inhale towards your low back. And exhale, gentle twist, knees tip over to the left. So really simple in our supine series today. Take 2 breaths across your right side body. If you wanted to, you could eagle wrap your right thigh around your left here, taking an eagle leg twist instead. Just trying to notice once again sensation and breath. More subtle details of the moment. And just finding your way back to center, unwinding knees to chest. Take an inhale. And gentle twist or eagle leg twist second side as you exhale. And when you feel ready to come back to the midline again, take your time, bring your knees into your body. Find your favorite version of happy baby pose. So hands can go anywhere along your legs. Recently, what I've been really enjoying is taking my hands to the outsides of my feet, and then I draw my toes towards each other. Let my knees fall away to create this like happy baby butterfly hybrid. So I don't bring the whole sole of each foot to touch. I just bring my toes to touch. And then my knees press forward and away. In my body, that feels really good recently, but feel free to get creative in your shape. You can extend one or both legs. You can find movement from side to side. And then we're going to take just one more little rotation, an internal rotation focus. So keeping your knees bent, place your feet down to the earth as if you're headed back to bridge. But instead, we're going to stack our right thigh on top of left. So like eagle legs, but just a single stack. You don't have to cross at your ankles. Wander your left foot to the left, and then drop your knees over to the right. So you're creating this internal rotation through your left thigh bone. Then we'll just be here 2 cycles of breath. And then the way that I like to transition out of this one is just slide your right leg off your left. Take a couple windshield wipers from side to side to reset. And then you'll stack your left thigh on top of your right. Wander your right foot over to the right and drop your knees over to the left. If you want to adjust your feet placement further, you can always wiggle around a little bit more, but then settle into your breath. You take one last breath here. And again, slide your left leg off your right. Perhaps you take a few more windshield wipers. And then we're going to be making our way to Shavasana. So you'll just bring your knees into your chest. Maybe curl your nose up to your knees for one big squeeze as you take a big breath in. And then exhale to your final relaxation. Let your arms and your legs go long. Of course, if you want to rest in some other shape, you can rest however you'd like. And take a moment to settle in. Let your eyes drop shut. And begin to tune back into the flow of your breath. Noticing the slow rise and fall of every inhale and every exhale. Feeling that ebb and flow of energy that sustains you through every moment of every day. Appreciating all that you have done already. Not just today, but across the course of your life. Acknowledging your accomplishments, celebrating who you are, all the pieces of yourself. Yoga has this way of taking some of the most challenging times of our lives and turning them into lessons that we didn't know that we needed, or into some of the things that we're actually most grateful for. And so we can trust in this process and in this practice. We can trust that we are exactly where we're meant to be in this moment today. We're moving in the right direction. So letting yourself drop a little bit deeper. Taking these last few moments just to be in your body and appreciate your body and all that you are. You're ready to deepen your breath. So gradually begin to expand your inhale. And be patient with your exhale and give it all the time that it needs to empty all the way out. And as every breath in grows a little bit wider and more expansive, and every exhale slow down and empty more completely. You can either stay exactly as you are, or you can bring some movement back into your body. Maybe your fingers and toes to begin. Your ankles and your wrists might follow. It might feel good to take a full body stretch on an inhale if you'd like. Extend your hands overhead. And with the exhale, you can bring your hands to your heart, either closing practice from the earth on your back body, or take a moment just to slowly and gently press your way up to a comfortable seat. In this last moment, we pause to recognize the time and intention that you devoted to your practice today. Because that's time and intention devoted to the relationship between you and yourself, you and your body, and you and your breath. And pause to acknowledge the ancient roots of this practice, a practice that continues to serve and support us to this day, evolving and shifting and transforming with us as we grow ourselves. And there to offer us unconditional love, a sense of stability when we need it, no matter where we are, what we're moving through. So in deep gratitude of this practice, of this community, of this opportunity to move and appreciate our bodies. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose all together. And a cleansing exhale to release. And yoga offers us a path to compassion, a compassion towards ourselves and towards each other. And may our practices serve as our teachers, guiding us to live more authentically and love more deeply each and every day. Thank you so, so much. And namaste.